vinyl collection of the Doors. Let's start with the first record. This is the Doors' self-titled record. This is a 1969 red Elektra label version. Copy that my dad gave me. Next is the Analog Productions Doors self-titled. I will definitely pull this out. This has gatefold, and they're both on. No, they're both in rice paper inner sleeves. And if you know your Doors history, in the last decade, they've re-released a different version of Break On Through. If you know your Doors history, there's a part in Break On Through that you hear Jim, she gets, and then you hear him scream. What they edited out was she gets high, she gets high, she gets higher. Back in the day, you couldn't say that on radio. And if you don't know the mix down in the end when you hear Jim saying kill, 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 well, when you turn it really up and listen with intent, you can hear him saying that. So next is the Doors Live at the Matrix, 1967. This is one volume. Got this for Record Store Day. I had to get it. Here's the record. This has got a lot of their classic Doors material on it. And if you don't know, I'm a musician and I love Ray Manzarek's keyboard playing, the bass, and the keyboard organ. So there's some versions of some of the classic stuff that you can hear Ray Manzarek playing the keyboard part really slowly, then they speed it up for the rest of the band. Next is Analog Productions' Strange Days. Gatefold. And all the Analog Productions 45 RPM versions of these Doors albums sound phenomenal. Next is Waiting for the Sun. Great album. This one's got some bonus material. It's got the album, then B-sides. And if you can see, I think it's your left, this side, is written, the poem is Celebration of the Lizard King. Some of that poem's on here called Not to Touch the Earth. That's the part that got released. So yeah. And there's some B-sides on here like My Wild One, We Would Look Good Together, 5 to 1. I think that's it. No, The River Knew. The River Knows. Next is Analog Productions' The Soft Parade. This is a fantastic I love the Soft Parade song on here. And Touch Me. If I'm in the right mood, I love this whole album. But the best is Touch Me, Wild Child, Wishful Sinful, and the Soft Parade. Now this is it a original pressing or second pressing? Let's say it's an early press. And I put this on right after the Analog Productions, and it blew me away. It blew it out of the water. So now I don't play this copy. So yeah. Sorry, give me a minute. Records have fallen. Records have fallen. Next is Morrison Hotel. I just learned a new fact about this record. I am a drummer. John Densmore, the drummer for Doors, changed his ride cymbal at the time from a Zildjian with rivets. And if you don't know what rivets are, it's when you drill holes in your ride, or you put some metal into it. And this album, the next one, he had a Paiste cymbal with no holes. Next is my favorite, Analog Productions, LA Woman, and this is the one that got me into it, because I'll show you my overcopy. First I got this, and I listened to it, and it blew me away. And this is my favorite Doors record, LA Woman. And it's got a gatefold, and it's the original cross inner sleeve. That's awesome. The records sound phenomenal. And the best stuff on this record is the Change Lang, the first song, Love Her Madly, I've Been Down So Far, LA Woman, Texas Radio, Riders, and Now. This was my first copy of LA Woman, and it's die cut. And this one's in not very good shape. And it's my favorite Doors record. My dad found this on the side of the road and got it. So, the story of how I found Analog Productions LA Woman is I was looking at their website, and LA Woman's my favorite album, and I don't have a good copy. So I ordered it with my birthday money, of course, and I listened to it and I loved it. Next is Weird Scenes Inside the Gold Mine, the greatest hits. The quote, Kids in the Hall, greatest hits get bought by little girls and wives. If you don't know that quote, there's a great Kids in the Hall sketch that's this guy going into a record store looking for doors just to get into the doors, and it's phenomenal. So yeah. Next is a Record Store Day exclusive of American Prayer, the Jim Morrison solo poetry record. Just give me a minute and I'll show you the backside. The picture from the Lions sessions. And if no one knows this, I had to learn it myself, is Jim wasn't the only one that took pictures there. The whole group took pictures that session. And this is on a translucent red vinyl on the Butterfly label. If I can get this back in here. Yeah, there it goes. And if you don't know the story behind this record, before Jim died, on his birthday, his 27th birthday, he went into he went into a studio and recorded his poetry, and the Doors found it after he died and they put music to it. And there's some inserts from like Riders and Peace Frog and Blue Sunday, and there's a version, sounds like it's from the Fillmore, or it's from, yeah, Fillmore, because Bill Graham is talking about the fire marshal doesn't want this to happen. No. That's absolutely live. Sorry. It's Bill Graham introducing the Doors. That's what it is. Right, Roadhouse Blues. Next is a vintage copy of Morrison's poetry album. And it's on the same label. Now we're on to the final one that's recent. Paris Blues compilation that they did for Record Store Day. And if you're wondering where the oh, I didn't put a good sleeve in it. Oh, thought I did. Insert. If you're wondering where the 3-inch records are, I didn't want to buy those. If you're confused with what I'm talking about, last Record Store Day, they released 3 Doors singles with 3-inch records. Here's the vinyl. It's blue. And this is a collection of blues material. One side is a live recording with Jim with, is it Albert King? It's one of the Kings. Sorry if I don't have that right. There we go. Making sure the insert isn't getting crushed. And then the rest of it is a lost song during the LA Woman. Then they've got If You Want Meat, I'm Your Doctor, from the 50th anniversary of the Soft Parade. So yeah, that's all my Doors records. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe please. Thanks.